The tarot. Okay. I'm going to be going through all the cards, and not right now. One by one, eventually, on my weekly waters, some of them here and there. I'm just trying to bang these weekly waters out, man, because I don't want to forget to do them, and I'm bored, man. I'm bored. So, number one, the tarot, or people say tarot, but I don't like when people say it like that. So we're just gonna say tarot, okay, the cool kids way. So, different ways to use them. Number one, major art, how I use them for yes or no questions. People ask me, major arcana, how you doing, Stephanie? How you doing, Fabian? How you doing, Faye? People ask me yes or no questions, which I really would rather never get a yes or no question for the rest of my life. Please don't ask me yes or no questions. But if you must, major arcana right side up is a yes. Major arcana reverse is a no. Minor arcana right side up is a no. Minor arcana reversed or upside down is a yes. I like to use 5 of them. Okay, so I put 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, or 5 in a row. I usually don't do that because that means something else, but that's how I like to do it. Okay, I flip them over and then I read the energy because it's usually not a simple yes or no, because your future and the energies are based off of what you are feeling right this second. If the answer is a yes and you get in a car accident tomorrow and your life is forever changed, the answer is going to be different. Then you're going to be like, hey, Moses. I'm going to be like, shut up. Then you get in a fucking car accident? Okay, then. Your energy's different. So, what we have to understand, I use a couple spreads. That whole Celtic crawl, I don't even know what the fuck. I don't know what that is, bro. Some little pretty design. I don't do all that, but I don't even need tarot cards. You guys are some jokers. I don't do all that crazy stuff. The only 3 spreads I use, the triangle, and then I go straight in them. I either put one is the energies or your past, present energies or your past. The middle 2 would be what you need and where you're gonna go, and the end is gonna be your future, the end result of all these energies put together. And usually with the numerology cards, I do 3. Okay, so the energies that you're feeling right now, what you need to get to your future. If you're an air sign, usually you can work backwards, okay, because air signs are really good at faking it till they making it. Okay, earth signs are good at getting the seeds planted into them. So I have advised them to be very meditative on what they are feeling right now. Water and fire, I tend to advise them to focus on what they need, the actual thing that they need. Okay. Now, you can use the tarot in spells. All right. You can use them on your altar. That's why I like to have multiple decks that I don't even use. I use them for spells. You can use them you can buy tarot decks that you don't even use like that and burn them, okay, to release the energy of that card and direct the energy for your spell, for your affirmation, whatever you want to do. Okay, you can also use them. I like to use pyramids a lot. I'm a pyramid head. I even got 2 obelisks right here. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love this. Why is it wet? What the fuck? What is that? Eh. Oh yeah, it's oil. A lot of it. A lot. So that part, you can. So with that, I'll take something like the Magician and the 8 of Cups. All right. No, the 8 of Pentacles. And I'll put one pyramid on one, another pyramid on the other. I'll put the sun, the Wheel of Fortune, anything that symbolizes money or that can empower a money ritual, and then I'll do it because I think I have 11 pyramids in my collection. All right, how's everybody doing? I'm just gonna flow. All right, so that's what I do. Some general information. People don't understand that the tarot, your deck is an entity, just like I told Saskia The beautiful Saskia I don't even know how to, I don't want to butcher her last name. Saskia B. She works with stones, crystals a lot, tarot. Shout out to her, man. We did a crazy reading. That's one of my most favorite readings I ever did, and she's so beautiful. She looks like a little Viking. She's so beautiful with her beautiful ass energy. She's a Virgo too. I just naturally like Virgos. My grandma's a Virgo. My best friend was a Virgo. He's not my best friend anymore because he's just not. It's his fault. But right, tarot decks, but or some oracle decks are too. But I don't have an oracle deck that is an entity. They've only been tarot decks that have been entities. Each card is an entity in itself as well. Well, I would say each card would be like an organ, and the deck itself is like an entity. But at the same time, when I got my first deck ever, which is my Egyptian deck, the deck that was made in the 80s, it's somewhere, it's in this area, I can feel it. When I got that deck, one of the cards didn't like me, and that card was the Ace of Swords. All right. The deck was very disrespectful to me. You know why? Because I was drinking a lot. I was smoking a lot. I was not taking care of my business, not at all. And the deck would burn me and bite me and tell me not to use profanity and don't touch them when I just got done smoking a cigarette and don't touch them when I've been drinking. I was like, hold up, hold up, hold up. What? You are some cards, bro. Don't talk to me like I can't just throw you in fucking Lake Michigan and drown you. And I was like, Liz, what is going on? Because she bought me that deck. $40, but it's valued at much higher, which is why I don't use them for free readings. But she was like, the cards don't like you, bro. You gotta buy some, you gotta sage them, and you gotta buy some sandalwood and burn incense for your cards. And then she was like, they hate me, they don't like me. Well, she was talking about herself. When she would touch the card, the first time she touched the deck, bitter. She got like an electric shock, which is another thing. Don't let people touch your deck, okay? unless they give you permission, but I don't like people touching my deck, okay? I don't, not at all. So I burned I burned an incense for that card, and everything was all good. So I was drinking so much. I read the book, took everything more seriously, began to understand you have to build a relationship with this deck. You have to sleep with this deck. You have to pour offerings. If it's a vampire deck, don't keep it in the freaking sun, okay? Easy. If it's a neutral deck, right? Which is obviously not a light deck or a dark deck. You can balance them by a light deck and a dark deck and keep them all together. The energy is very beautiful. Okay. My neutral decks, they eat the energies of the dark decks. Okay. They will tell me they'll give me a dark message, and I'm like, whoa, what was that? And they're like, you've been keeping us with the vampire deck for like 2 weeks. What do you expect? And I'm like, all right. Let me put you in the sun. So that part. You can balance your decks by keeping them with other decks. That's really good for neutral decks. When it's a full moon, put your decks in the moon. When it's a new moon, my vampire deck loves that new moon energy. And I mean, I have it like on my altar in the sun right now, but it'll be all right. So they're entities, bro. Each card you have to build a relationship for, because yes, each card does have a meaning to it, but at the same time, each card also has a personality. All right, it's not so you just open a book and that's everything. That's contrary to the truth. I would rather you just learn how to channel, open that third eye, open your third ear, okay, that I've been speaking of. This is the year of that third ear, okay, and be able to connect with that card, okay? Because when you connect with the card, how I hear it, well, my third ear is on fleek, bro. When I speak, I hear four different voices on top of each other. I hear this dark ass voice. I hear probably the voice that you got. Even when I listen to myself, when I listen to my videos later, I still hear those like 4 or 5 different voices speaking at the same time. Like I hear a monotone voice. I hear a very deep, like a very white type of voice. And I hear like a nasally type of voice. And I hear a very high pitched voice all at the same time. And I don't know how to turn it off. And I'm okay with that. But when I connect with the cars, it's like, da 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 da, and I have to focus on what message I I'm gonna pick. Okay. And usually it's a long message. The message doesn't stop, doesn't stop, doesn't stop, doesn't stop. But it's something with Leos where it's always short and sweet. You need to change your plans, stop hanging out with these people, and make sure that your priorities are in check. Boom, and it just stops. And I'm like, is that it? Is that it? Seriously? All right, that's what they said. But yeah, the vampire deck can talk for hours. It doesn't stop, bro. I could sit down and read one card for days. The message doesn't stop. Doesn't stop ever. Usually. All right. That part. So the cards have personalities. Like say if you had an AaroniMoses deck, right? People describe me. I'm definitely a feminist, a hypochondriac, and I'm very defensive. Okay. So one example, you pull the card. Okay, the card is the magician, right? The magician would be, hello, hey bro, could you take me to the hospital? I know it's like 3 in the morning, but I think I have cervical cancer. What? You think I can't have cervical cancer just because I'm a man? You're discriminating against me, bro. You're triggering me, bro. Triggered. You're raping me. You're raping me. That would be the magician, all right? That's not funny. So they have personalities. You got to get to know them. And you have to get to know the language of the cards. For example, yeah, that's okay. For example, like I said, my Egyptian deck speaks very cryptically. Okay, my vampire deck, well, it's a neutral deck too, so it won't say the message. 9 times out of 10 won't be, look, you need to stop doing this or you're going to die. That's how my vampire deck speaks. It doesn't speak in codes. It doesn't leave any questions unanswered. It says, look, you're going to die. Bad things are going to happen. Don't do it. Okay. I have a light deck. My sister bought me. It's like, you know what? There's going to be some really good things that are going to happen as long as you believe. It's going to be so good. You got to be an optimist. You got to go with the flow. That's how my light deck talks. My neutral deck everybody knows what that Egyptian deck sounds like. Building mountains. Building mountains is for the architect of the heart. There are no stones that cannot be turned into a river of. I'm like, what? What? Shut. What is that? What does that mean? They're like, no, just say it. Just tell them like that. And I'm like, bro, that doesn't make sense, bro. What do you want me to tell them? They're going to be like, I don't know what that means. I'm like, bro, just write it down. Meditate on it. I don't know what it means either, especially cancers. It does that with cancers and Pisces. And it's like, bro, you're not going to understand it. You're not a water sign. When they figure it out, they'll let you know. Okay. And when I did if you go back. If you go back, it would be for the zodiac, for the cancers and the Pisces. Okay, I'm going to tell you something, bro, but you have to tell them exactly how I say it. Okay. Don't try to figure it out yourself. You're not going to understand it. You're not a Pisces or a Cancer, man. And I'm like, bro, you're making me look like I'm not a reputable, representation of this. Okay, you're gonna make me look like a kook. I don't like that. Okay, people already think I'm crazy. Don't talk to me like that. And it's like, us, it's okay. Trust us. And then people are like, bro, I totally understand. I'm like, no, you don't. No, what does it mean then? I can't tell you because you're not a Pisces. You're not gonna. I'm like, play that game with me, will you? But everything else about the tarot, uh, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I'm not saying the books are wrong. I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn what each card means, because that would just sound like I'm making an excuse for me to not know what the fuck I'm talking about. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read the books that I have. I'm gonna put all the information together. I'm gonna meditate and channel on what cards mean what. I'm gonna give you a summary because, like I said, these cards, they're not just okay, this is what this means. Describe Aaron Moses in less than 5 words. You can't do that with these. That's not what this is, bro. Take it, just take it as if it were an element. What fire is. How many books, how many scrolls can you describe the element fire as? In a spiritual way, in a physical way. There has to be there has to be oxygen involved. It burns at different degrees, different colors. This means this. Okay? It's pretty similar. Each card has its own science to it. And how they interact with each other is way different. I'm going to give you this last thing. People like to, if they mess up one tarot card, they like to try to buy a whole new deck and just replace it, or go on eBay and try to buy that one card. Don't do that, bro. It's like an organ, like I said. That deck might reject that whole card, and you might have to, and it might do something to you. Because the decks have abilities. They're entities, bro. They exist in other realms as well. They communicate with you from afar if you have a really good relationship with them. You can use them. You can use specific cards to make specific types of water. Okay, you could take, like if I took the death card, okay, and I put it in the window on a new moon and put a glass of water on top of it, that will have a specific element, specific charge to it, a specific vibration to it. You could drink it and empower it and do all kinds of things. But you could, I know somebody who keeps a tarot card in their wallet, and like I said, I buy specific decks just to use them for rituals, just to burn each card. I used to do that with the Bible, but I don't do that anymore. Okay, and I wouldn't recommend. I mean, some things I would recommend that for, but yeah, I would say I like to pick decks out myself. I also like people to send me decks and buy me decks. I think it's beautiful. And I think you should pick them out. I think you shouldn't buy a deck just because it's pretty or expensive. You have to have a real relationship with this deck, and they will let you know. They will scream at you. They will let you know. But that's it, guys. Um, People today and yesterday testing everybody. I done had to tell a few to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, right, right. Everybody shouldn't do that. So trying to speed all the way to Taurus. I don't know what's up with people, man. It's everybody thinks they're done cooking in that Aries. Let me tell you something, Aries. You're gonna miss Aries season. I always, oh my god, it always feels like the next day after Christmas. I'm like, oh no, Aries season. Every time, and then all my energy is back to normal, and I'm like, this is what the rest of the year feels like. I forgot. Okay, every time Libra season, well, Capricorn season, I always kill some shit. Libra, Capricorn, Aries, Leo. My worst times usually Aquarius, Pisces. Ugh, that is the shittiest pieces of shit energies. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's always so fucked up for me. And what else? Gemini is usually when I get a lot of money in Gemini, because I plan all the seeds in Taurus. Gemini season is always a confirmation that I use Taurus season for what I was supposed to use it for. Even a deck of plant. Let me see. You can do. Oh yeah, you can do. Yeah, I made money in jail like that. I was reading people. Surprisingly enough, people were open minded enough to let me read them. I How I did it with playing cards, I used Of course, the diamonds were the coins. The swords I used were the clubs. The hearts were the cups, and then I used the spades for the wands. That's how I did it. And that might be wrong, that might be right, but that's what I was just drawn to do. And I mean, I didn't really I paid attention to the numbers, and they talked like a mug. They talked like a mug. Somebody stole them though. Somebody stole them, and then I found them on the table one day because I drew an onk on the box, and it looked like somebody wiped their ass with them and chewed them up. I was like, and I bought another. They're only $1 though, so you're hyped in every season. What's up, Melody? That's awesome. I get all this energy. Like I'm telling you, I mean, usually I have that gene where I only have to sleep for like 4 hours. But bro, like I told you, that first 3 days, I only slept. The first day on the 21st, I only slept for 3 hours that night. The second day, I slept for four, and the last day, no, it was 5, 4, 3. That's the amount of hours I slept. 5 hours the first day, 4 hours the next day, 3 hours. And you know what? I can't remember the order. I think it was 3 hours the first day, and then four the second day. But I only had 12 hours of sleep the first 4 days. And even right now, bro, I went to sleep at 12 o'clock last night, and I woke up at 4:30. I always wake up before my alarm now. And everybody saw how lit I was. I definitely needed my freaking beauty rest. You see these dark circles under my eyes? I feel like a little girl. Oh, let me put this spoon in the freezer so I can have my face back on fleek. I'm gonna be shitting on these bitches. Oh my god. But nah, bro. Yeah, it's hot and I don't want to put on my pajama pants. As long as I stay mostly dressed, then I'll be motivated. But it's hot, so and I don't use the AC. I'm African, I don't need that. And it costs $10 a week to rent an AC in this building. I don't know why. But that's it, guys. I'm glad that you guys were here. And you guys are funny. Yeah, I don't like to sleep. I don't like to sleep or eat. I hate both of those things. Anything that reminds me that I'm human, I don't like it. I have a human best, so I'm not actually human. What's up, Ellie and Figaro? Figueroa. I already told you Schoolboy Q's like top three, one of my favorite rappers. Big side. Big side. All right, guys. I'm gonna get back to watching my Breakfast Club interviews. Uh and I have to post this in a different group, and I don't want them to see me acting all silly and stuff. I mean, I don't care because everybody already W's what goes on with me. A lot of fire, a lot of water, a lot of earth, a whole lot of air. So that's I don't want to be. I don't want to be all serious all the time. When it's time to be serious, I be serious. But I know what I'm doing though, because people retain information better when both sides of the brain are activated. That's why they're gonna start. I think in schools, I forgot which. I think it's in New York. They have to play music in math class. They are required to play music in math class because music actually makes people retain math better, learning math. Also, guys, before you go, I want to put you on another little piece of game. When you're learning, when you're reading, you should doodle, but don't consciously do it. Just draw whatever. Don't draw symbols. Just let your hand, because when you activate the left brain and the creative brain and the intellectual brain at the same time, the information is stored in both parts. So you'll retain the information more. This is why I'm not trying to be obnoxious or anything. This is why they say when you read, you should actually masturbate or listen to something sexually stimulating, such as, I mean, porn, I guess. But like my friend said, again, I'm not trying to be obnoxious or rude or anything. My friend said when he reads, he asks his girlfriend to perform fellatio on his penis. And I was like, what? He was like, bro, I read like 3 books in 2 weeks and I memorized all those books. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. But that's good. That's good. She must not be that good at it if you can pay attention to what you're reading. That's a waste of time, bro. She could be reading with you. What's wrong with you? What if she's gonna just receive the information through osmosis, osmosis from your semen or something, bro? She could be doing anything in the world. How long do you do this? I read for like an hour. She sucks you for an hour a day while you read books? People are weird. I have the strangest friends and I love it. Yeah. So that's it. We're gonna cut it off right here. Let me read some of these comments because I don't like to ignore you guys. I get serious when disrespect around. Other than that, I'm chill or playful. Me too. It helps people listen better. I don't know. I haven't done that research. AMSR. I don't know what that means. He could be performing tantra or semen retention. No, he's not. He's not. He doesn't do that. He just reads. He just reads books. He doesn't do that. He's a Muslim. He doesn't do any of that. You know Allah. Hey, bro. Unless you're talking about Sufism, I don't give a fuck. Shut your mouth. You sell weed, bro. You're a weed selling Muslim. Oh, but I pray every day. No, you don't. We kicked it for like 8 hours, bro. You just been smoking weed and cigarettes and drinking beers with me. You don't do that. You lie. You lie. You're gonna die. You're gonna die in your sleep, and you're gonna go to the Muslim version of hell. You're not gonna get the virgins. Stop lying. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to Allah. Okay, He doesn't like it. Anyways, that's it, guys. I'm gonna be doing, of course, I'm gonna start with the magician. I'm pretty sure that's the first tarot card. See, I don't know because I don't care about stuff like that. So I'm gonna do that. What's today? Monday. I'm probably gonna do that sometime this week if I feel like it. But if not, it's okay because I put out a lot of information and don't be greedy. All right. I love you guys very, very much from this part of my heart and this part. And for some of you guys, that part of my heart. All right. Catch you later. Peace. Crazy.